check here. You have to get your lavalier mic. There it is. It's all with preparation. I'm using an iPhone 6s Plus, and when I'm listening to iPad Air, now I hear myself here, so it's working. So, and then I have to put the charger here for my battery, and then I had a lavalier mic that I have put on my mobile booth here when I'm doing podcast recording. So today is Free Tech Tuesday, Free Things Tech on teaparty.media, and I will come back to my last site here, teaparty.media. So I will do a bit of recap here regarding Inbox Zero and the shaving thing with the one blade and the designer Stubble, and also Clubhouse that I'm now tested out for the first time. So it's Clubhouse, shave one blade, and different shades, you could say. Shades of shave and sunglasses shades. And also an QR code I will talk about a little bit. So let's wrap out. So I will try to do that recap, wrap up, and coming back to threads. And please come forward with tips and suggestions of tech that you want to discuss, talk about, learn more about. As I said, it doesn't have to be very technical or high tech or in an engineer way, but it's tools around us, vehicles, things that makes our lives better and easier in different ways, entertainment, it could all kind of things. So Clubhouse, and as I said, I will try to keep it now short and sweet, like around 10 minutes, but depending on the conversation, if people join the conversation watching on here on Facebook Live or directly on HAPS, I think you should download this free app, and then you will get 100 coins that you could give to me as a content creator or others around there. And also we could follow them with giving thumbs up, high fives, different awards that will keep you, giving you some coffee change, or in my case tea. I'm drinking Assam black tea from India. Cheers. So, and this is also distributed on YouTube, Twitter, and on Twitch also, and maybe in the future on LinkedIn. So, going back to Clubhouse, as an Apple fanboy, I in a way like that it's only on Apple, but it will come to Android in the future. They recently hired an Android developer, and I retweeted that on my Twitter account. So that's a nice thing for you Android users out there. And we will see how long, if this will become a fad, or if it will be a so-called movement or a new tool. Like I remember how was it with interrelay chat back in the day before internet. You have hashtags, and you, for example, IRC and USA and other things like that, philosophy, and we had our own philosophical channel. So I think, but there you were typing, but you could in and out, and you could set up times for meetings, but also it could be open if you have a robot that taking care of the room. And this is similar to the Clubhouse with the moderators, so a room could go on forever in a way, and then you could start one room yeah, I want to feel for it and do it like that, or you could also plan it ahead and then get the link so you could share to different social media. Again, it could become a fad, it could be a hype, but also what's this style and atmosphere. Same as here on Haps, I like the nice atmosphere. Other content creators that gives you thumbs up, they're giving high fives and awards and writing nice comments, and you could then follow them on Twitter and Instagram and other places. And over time this could lead to other things. So I'm thinking here as a new media advisor, how could I use Haps, like curating material that I've already done and also add another dimension to it with video. As I said, I'm still, struggling with this, looking on the screen and my camera here. And so that's why I have shades, so I could do in a disguise. And also with the sound, with my microphone here, level ear, and with the light. Now it's in afternoon, so it's good with the lightning. But it's lots of things to think about. But the good thing is that perhaps the app, similar to Clubhouse, is focused what it should do. So now I've checked the higher quality audio, so hopefully it goes well here, sounds well. But of course, if you have a lower bandwidth or broadband or connection, it could take some time for you to listen to it. But please respond to me and with the feedback how it sounds. I have some on my wish list in the future to get a new microphone that I could use for live stream, but then I need to get a new laptop also, because the one that I have is an old one and it have a fan in it, so it's starting to be a bit noisy after some time. So that's why I like with the smartphone to use that. So when I got invited, because you have to get invited to Clubhouse, and I have one invite now that I could give away, and then you get a new one, and then it will add up, accumulating. So it's like this, in a way, fear of missing out, and also something is new, and that could, turn you off. Is this a hype? Is it a fad? Is it only the in crowd, etc., etc.? And then, of course, if you're not not using Apple products, then it's a problem also, until they get the Android version. And also I got comments on that when we shared. We tested this on a podcast, a Swedish podcast with Karin Coach, Karin Blad. And here is Hep saying from, you can see here, Fran Borrow just subscribed. Thanks Fran, from the Haps teams, I think. So we got a comment on LinkedIn that the Clubhouse is using your address book, and that this data could go to places like communist China, mainland China. And that's a question. Is that true? I have to do some research on that and check if that's the case. I think it's more that they get access in order to check your contact details, in order to give suggestion who you should follow and so on. So I think it's that they are not using the data, but it's important to check it out. And here is hello from Philadelphia. Hi Fran, thanks for saying how are things in Philly. Do you like Philly cheesesteak? And do you drink it together with tea? Cheers. So, clubhousing, but to have that as a follow-up and getting feedback from your podcast listeners, and you get this live feeding almost, and you could also discuss and have a debate even about the topic and so on, and people who are lurking and listening, and then they want to ask maybe more questions and so on. So I think Clubhouse could work well for that purpose. But other day after we had this testing, there was a small crowd, and we were testing the features and functions, and it's you have to hear about the sound, background sound. You could get muted, you could get bounced out of a room, etc. So there's things to learn about that. But when I checked out in the evening with Johan Lange, that gave me the invite to Clubhouse. I was asking here for, and this is a shout out again to Raymond Ray, because he had talked about that on Facebook. So I asked if he could send me an invite, and he said he will do it, and then probably forgot about it because he's a busy man. So that's okay. And now I see Susanne Johansson is watching. And then you could bring them on camera on Facebook, but I will test that some other time. So hi Susanne, thanks for watching. So with that, so I wonder how it was with the atmosphere. So I was listening to you one and another guy, but they were talking very openly, because the thing is that it disappears. Hello Martin, says Susanne. Hello Susanne. Pysselkvinnan. It's like a pottering lady. I will show that probably tomorrow. I did with the clay and a leopard, and you had a mingle and a brain dump, talking with others, entrepreneurs and other content creators and creative individuals, and we were modeling with this clay and making a wild cat, and that was nice. So anyway, so I think Clubhouse has something to give for the future, and I will test it out with podcasting as a follow-up, as a feedback forum. And we got that great tip from a guest on Viktigt på riktigt in Swedish, important for real, with Karin Coach and Undersigned, and it was Maria Liljegren with a business network called Mer Smak in Swedish, or more taste you could say, or adding taste, or it's a special Swedish word that I like, mer smak, that you want to have more, you get the taste for it. And she asked here, Susanne, is it färdigt? Is it ready, Leo? No, it's no. I need to put the dots on the body. So, and this is one thing also, talking about having time with this kind of thing. And she says, I hope that you will come back again, and I will do that. So that's another point here of 3 things, and that's inbox zero, to get into zero. And right now I'm feeling almost overwhelmed with inbox and mail. So I maybe will do an archive and then go back to this sane box system. I got additional 7 days. The founder and CEO there sent me an email, and I talked to him 10 years ago. So, and it's funny. I think I like this system, but again, it's a paid service, and it should be, because it's value, but it's additional around $7 that adding up to my cost, like in podcasting and other things. And so I have to think how I could cover this cost, or if somebody would support me in that. And you could do that by going to paypal.me/ and my last name is Lindeskog, or of course you could search on my name, Martin Lindeskog, in cyberspace in 5 places. And you could also go to url.bio/Lyceum, and then if you're using apps you could give coins, because that's adding up, so I could in the future maybe buy some new tea. So that's about inbox. Do you have any special system for your main management of your mail and incoming mail? So I like the idea, and that's why I put it in the title, Inbox Zero. In a way I have given up on that, but it's always email in your inbox. But with SaneBox you could see, you only see what's important. They learn about it after a while when you're putting different filters or different folders for your email. But I got also this feeling, and that's the ReCAP also, wondering, where is that email, or what's that link to the Zoom meeting, etc. And I was starting to searching. So that could be the trigger, that you're always waiting for something coming into your inbox, instead of concentrating on what's important and urgent and important for you, like this Eisenhower matrix. Often it could be that you get something in your inbox and then you want to reply to it at once because it's urgent for the sender. So that's something to think about. And the same thing with new media, that will be coming here to my last site, teaparty.media, that you should concentrate what you could control, and that's your hub. And I'm first and foremost a blogger, starting blogging in 2002. So if you have your own blog, or you call it an update site or news site or something like that, and then you have a newsletter, and that could be like a bulletin, something coming up newsworthy that you think in your business, and also tips and tricks, and also from your personal life maybe. And then also podcasting, that you start your own podcast, or you become a guest or a co-host on other podcasts. So that's something that you could do. And here now, saying to Fran here in Philadelphia, now I'm doing live streaming, and as I said, I'm comfortable, but I'm getting there, and I like it, and I like again the atmosphere here on HAPS. And I will do the training with, and I have a co-host called Karina Ridenius that I talked about before in Presentation Skills in Plain English, and she's an expert on presentation, information and communication, and how to talk, how to breathe, how to look into the camera, how to get connection with your audience, how to get your point across, etc., etc. And here is Chris from Denver. Hello, Chris. So, and as I said, it's this thing with multitasking. I will comment and like things after I have finished this recording also. What more? Yeah, the third thing is the shave and one blade from Philips. I had a beard after some time, and then I used this. And thanks, good day, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. And now I then let it, after last week, I went, I remember, was it on Sunday, I shaved again. And then I started to get some, not beard, but you know, more. So it worked, and then I took away this, how do you say, the plastic around it, so it was only the blade. And it's good. It will take some time to learn from it, and difference between a regular shave with a razor blade that I have. So, but I like it, so it's a good thing. So I will keep this machine and start using it. And then we have this Mark Moses in one of them broadcast session here. He said, and he gave me 2 awards, and a high award and a high 5 awards. So it's adding up on my coins here. So thanks, Mark, for stopping by and giving me awards and coins. He said it's called 5 o'clock shadow, and that's what's getting off in the afternoon or in late evening, or even early evening, and then of course later on it's getting darker. But this designer stubble is more that you're taking care of it. I don't know, it's between 1 and 3 millimeters, and there it was popularized by guys like now his name is Don Johnson from Miami Vice. So it should look not scrubby, but as I like the style, laid back style, you're relaxed and so on, and but it looked good, but also it's not super clean shade, but it's still fresh. So I will see if this blade could work in that way for me. So now I'm been babbling a bit, so it's almost 20 minutes here. So at the end here, I was thinking of doing a recap of QR code, and when I searched on Instagram, it was something called QR code video star. So that's an app when you're editing videos. So maybe I will look into that, because I was the other day I talked about a QR code on a product, on a banana, and I used this QR code with my phone, because now you could do that without an app. And then I came to their site, and they talked about how they are growing the bananas, distributing, and with trade and so on. So I liked that. I thought that was interesting. And when I trying to do a photo of that, I searched on Instagram, and then this QR code video store popped up. So I got curious and checked that. As Sven here, as I said, my main focus is my last site, and that's teaparty.media. and there I will explain what kind of services I have as a new media advisor, and talking about business philosophy, the good life, including tea, your personal facets like a diamond, and also be how to say a sponge, that you take things that you see, because it's very easy to get overwhelmed by all the impressions, all the notification, all the emails, everything that's going on. And I'm now adding to that also by doing live streaming. The good thing is that you could, even if you don't watch this live, you could watch it whenever you have time. And I think you could even speed up the speed, so if you think it's too slow and so on. So this is something that I have been thinking about for some time, and I want, of course, guide people in this, and they are their own guide in a way, the star and the hero. But I have done this for a long time, been, as I said, blogging since 2002, podcasting since 2006, and with my personal and business philosophy, I think I have integrated the ideas about this in my style, my laid-back style, so business casual. So with my cap, EgoNetcast, you can check out. So I will come back with that Tea Party Media, and what I will do that excuse me, I will add some kind of plugin or a podcast player for my own podcast, my new podcast Tea Party Media, but also others that I'm involved in different ways. I'm involved almost now between 10 and 20 now, and Eva-Marie Svedberg is now watching. Thanks, Eva-Marie, for watching Cam and the broadcasting here, and we will talk soon again about the good life and the United States of America and other things. So this is a neat thing, and I will, as I said, I will come back with my last site and planning the launch here during the spring, and then integrate this live streaming also even more in that site and platform. So with that I say cheerio, and we will talk soon again. I'm planning to do a thing on the, here is the 8043 magazine from The Economist, but a new issue of The Economist that I'm doing comment or analysis of an article there, and it's on Thursday, so then it's Thor's hammer. So I will ventilate, I will comment, I want to have a debate and discussion about this. And then on Saturday, I didn't do that this weekend, but then I will do a tea drinking party or some other beverage, talking about the good life and weekend and so on, and planning for the next weekend. So thanks again for watching, and talk to you soon again. Cheerio.